Hello everyone and welcome back to Pokemon X and Y news. This is Jack. So, one Pokemon I briefly mentioned yesterday, we're not going to be going over today a little bit more in detail. It's Mega Kangaskhan. So it looks like that. So, Mega Kangaskhan is the Mega Evolution of Kangaskhan, introduced in Pokemon X and Y. Mega evolves through the use of a currently unrevealed Megastone. One of the main changes of Mega Kangaskhan opposed to its usual form is participation of its baby in battle, who no longer is in its mother's pouch and fights alongside her in battle, though they are treated as a single Pokemon. This is represented by Mega Kangaskhan's new ability, Parental Bond, which allows Mega Kangaskhan to use two moves in a single turn. It was first shown during the opening ceremonies of the 2013 Pokemon World Championships on August 10th. Curiously, it did not show during the closing ceremonies along with the other Mega Evolutions. So, right now, we do not know its type, we do not know its species, we do not know its height, we do not know its weight. It was shown a move, but we don't know what that move is as of yet. And the only thing we really do know about it is what it looks like, and it has the new ability, Parental Bond. I'll say that again. So, Mega Kangaskhan is the Mega Evolved form of Kangaskhan, evolving via Mega Evolution. Mega evolves during battle while its Mega Stone is held, along with whatever triggers Mega Evolution. The Mega Stone used to Mega Evolve Kangaskhan is currently unknown. And these are the pictures we have right now of Mega Kangaskhan and stuff like that. Okay, so now back to the thing we're going to get to today. More Pokemon. You're sure to meet many Pokemon in the Kalos region, with many different traits, skills, and appearances. Have you a look at some of the Pokemon you can expect to encounter. Dedenne, I think is how you say it. The round shape of Dedenne makes this fairy-type Pokemon instantly recognizable. Dedenne has the Cheek Pouch ability, a new Pokemon X and Y. New to Pokemon X and Y. If a Pokemon with this ability eats a berry during battle, it will not only use the benefits of that berry, it will also gain HP. So we know it's the antenna of the Pokemon species. Its type is Electric and Fairy. It's the ability Cheek Pouch, and its height is 0 feet and 8 inches and weighs 4.9 pounds. By emitting radio waves from its antenna-shaped whiskers, it can communicate with far-off allies. Dedenne can also plug its tail into outlets to drain energy from them. Dedenne can also learn Nuzzle, a new Electric-type move debuting in Pokemon X and Pokemon Y. Nuzzle may look cute, but it's quite dangerous. It will do damage while paralyzing the target. Okay, to the next Pokemon. We have Bunnelby, I think is how you say it. It is said that the normal Pokemon Bunnelby creates its den by digging in the ground with its large shovel-shaped ears. Its species is the digging Pokemon. It's a normal type, as the abilities Pickup or Cheek Pouch. Its height is 1 foot 4 inches and weighs 11 pounds. Bunnelby's ears are strong enough to chop right through thick tree roots, making it a force to be reckoned with in battle. Like Dedenne, Bunnelby can have the new ability Cheek Pouch ability. When Bunnelby uses Dig, it burrows underground on the first turn. When the user is underground, most attacks can't touch it. On the second turn, the Pokemon attacks. Dig is used for avoiding a teammate's attack in double battles. Next Pokemon. Skittle and Go-Goat. Go-Goat is the evolution of Skittle. Skittle. It almost sounds like I'm saying Skittles, but Skittle. The gentle-natured Skittle is said to be the first Pokemon to live alongside humans. Thanks to living with humans for so long, it doesn't seem to mind carrying people or loads on its back. Skittle even evolves into Go-Go, another Pokemon you'll be able to ride. Okay, so let's go do Skittle first. Skittle has become able to read the feelings of its riders through their grip on its horns. It is the Mount Pokemon species. Its type is grass. It has the ability Sap Sipper. Its height is 2 feet 11 inches and weighs 68.3 pounds. When a Pokemon uses Leaf Blade, it wields a sharp leaf like a sword, to slice like a sword. With its high power and percent for landing critical hits, there's nothing dicey about Leaf Blade. In certain places, Palace region, it seems you'll be able to ride Skittle. You'll be able to gallop around far faster than you can run, and leap over ledges to get particularly anywhere you want to go. Okay, now to Go-Go. Go-Go is so large that people are able to ride on its back. It's very calm and can form a strong bond with its trainer's feelings when it can form a strong bond with its trainer and feelings when the trainer grabs onto its horns. Oops. People can get around Lumio City on the back of Go-Go to shorten their travel times. It's also known as the Mountain Pokemon. It is a grass type. Its height is 5'7" and weighs 200.6 pounds. Go-Go can learn Horn Leech, which recovers HP equal to half the damage dealt. It's handy when Go-Go is low on HP. There you can see riding them. Next we have Pancham and Pangor. Let's start with Pancham. With its trademark leaf always sticking out of its mouth, Pancham tries to intimidate its opponents by glaring at them intensely, although it's rarely successful. It's known as the playful Pokemon. It's a fighting type. Its height is 2 feet and it weighs 17.6 pounds. Parting Shot is a new move that Pancham can learn. The user lowers the target's attack and special attack, then it switches itself out for another Pokemon in the party. Then let's go to Pangor. Pangor is evolved from Pancham. It's a cranky or a Pokemon, but it has a strong heart and doesn't forgive those who pick on the weak. Pangor has the Iron Fist ability, which strengthens punching moves. It's known as the Daunting Pokemon. It's a fighting and dark type. Has the ability Iron Fist, and its height is 6 feet 11 inches and weighs 299.8 pounds. Pangor can learn the fighting type move Hammer Arm, which deals a lot of damage to the opponents but lowers the speed of its own speed. Pangor Iron Fist ability will give an extra boost to attacks such as Hammer Arm. Next, let's see. We have Inkay and Malamar. Let's start with Inkay. Inkay transmitters above Inkay's eyes have the ability to drain the light from other Pokemon. Drain the will to fight from other Pokemon. My mistake. It uses this skill to run and hide whenever attacked by stronger enemies. With Inkay's contrary ability, any effect that would lower its stats increases them instead. It's known as the revolving Pokemon. It's a dark and psychic type, which is kind of interesting because psychics weak to dark, and psychic moves don't affect dark type. And its ability is contrary, and its height is 1 foot 4 inches and weighs 7.7 pounds. The transmitters above Inkay's eyes are also used to communicate with other Pokemon of its kind. Topsy-Turvy is a new Dark-type move that Inkay can learn. This move reverses all the stat changes affecting a target Pokemon. Okay, let's go Malamar. The evolved form of Inkay. Malamar wields some of the strongest hypnotic powers of any Pokemon and can make its opponents bend to its will. Malamar looks different from Inkay and has different stats, but its contrary ability remains the same. Species is the overturning Pokemon. Its type is dark and psychic. Has the ability contrary. Its height is 4 feet 11 inches and weighs 103.6 pounds. There is never a shortage of humans attempting to use Malamar to achieve their own nefarious purposes. Malamar can learn hypnosis, which lures opponents to sleep. Most Pokemon can do virtually nothing while they are asleep. Okay, next. We have Swirlix and Spritzee. Exclusive to Pokemon X, Swirlix loves sweets and eats nothing else, making its body as sweet and sticky as cotton candy. Swirlix's Sweet Veil ability is new to Pokemon X and Pokemon Y. It keeps Swirlix's Pokemon teammates from falling asleep. Its species is the cotton candy Pokemon. It's the fairy type. Its ability Sweet Veil. Its height is 1 foot 4 inches and weighs 7.7 pounds. In battle, Swirlix shoots out strings of candy like sticky threads to bind its opponents. Now, Spritzee. Spritzee is a Pokemon that can be found in the wild only in Pokemon Y. It emits a unique fragrance from its body, and anyone who smells it will fall under its spell. It's known as the perfume Pokemon. It's a fairy type, has the ability Healer, has the height of 0 feet and 8 inches, and weighs 1.1 pounds. Spritzee's fragrance changes based on its diet. Spritzee can learn Draining Kiss, a new fairy type move. Draining Kiss damages its target while restoring some HP to the user. Now next, Honedge. Honedge comes into being when a departed spirit inhabits a sword that once belonged to humans. It can use the blue cloth attached to its hilt as nimbly as an arm. If you were to carelessly take this blade in hand, you may find the blue cloth wrapping around you and draining the energy from your body. Its species is the sword Pokemon. It's a steel and ghost Pokemon. Its height is 2 feet 7 inches and weighs 4.4 pounds. If you would carelessly take this blade in hand, you may find the blue cloth wrapping around you, draining the energy from your body. Honedge can learn the normal type move Swords Dance, which sharply raises the user's attack. Use this move at the beginning of battle against another trainer and be ready to defeat the opposing Pokemon one after another. Okay, next. Litleo. The hot-blooded Litleo is always ready for a good fight. Its mane blazes with heat during battle, burning hotter and hotter than the stronger its opponent. It's known as the Lion Cub Pokemon. It's a fire normal type Pokemon. Its height is 2 feet and it weighs 29.8 pounds. In the wild, Litleo will venture out on its own to make its way in the world. Litleo can learn the new move Noble Roar, an intimidating move that will lower the target's attack and special attack stats. Fabebe, I think that's how you say it, another newly discovered fairy type Pokemon. Fabebe clings to a flower early on and then cares for its entire life. Because of this, Fabebe may be found holding flowers of different colors. It's known as the single bloom Pokemon. It's a fairy type. Its height is 0 feet and 4 inches and weighs 0.2 pounds. Fabebe can draw forth the power that lies within flowers and use it freely in moves. Fairy Wind is a new fairy type attack that Fabebe can learn. It's super effective against dragon type Pokemon. Noivern. Noivern is extremely combative toward anything that wanders too close to it. It flies through even the darkest nights using ultrasonic waves to emit from its ears. This Pokemon loves fruit, and feeding it fruit will keep it calm. It's known as a Soundwave species. It's a flying and dragon type Pokemon. Its height is 4 feet 11 inches, and it weighs 187.4 pounds. The waves Noivern emits from its ears are strong enough to reduce large boulders to rubble. All other Pokemon in battle, including allies, with Noivern's Burn Boost move, a new and powerful attack. Next we have Fletchling and Talonflame. Let's start with Fletchling. With a friendly nature and a beautiful chirp, Fletchling is a popular Pokemon among many trainers. But Fletchling is also known to be ferocious in battle, capable of unleashing relentless attacks. It's known as the Tiny Robin Pokemon. It's a normal and flying type. Its height is 1 foot and it weighs 3.7 pounds. One potent move Fletchling can learn is Flame Charge, which increases the user's speed in addition to dealing damage. Now to Talonflame. In evolved form of the recently announced Fletchling, Talonflame is a fire and flying Pokemon that gains a whole new level of speed and firepower. It drives at foes, then attacks with devastating kicks. It's known as the Scorching Pokemon. It's a fire and flying, getting rid of the normal type. Its height is 3 feet 11 inches and it weighs 54 pounds. When in battle, when the battle heats up, flames will pour from its body as it zooms through the sky. Talonflame can learn Brave Bird, one of the strongest flying type moves. It also does damage to the user. Okay, we have 4 Pokemon left. Clauncher and Scrope. I think I mentioned these two earlier, but let's start with Clauncher. Clauncher is easily recognizable by its oversized claw in one arm. This useful claw can seize prey and shoot water from others as projectile. Its species is the Water Gun Pokemon. Its type is water. Its height is 1 foot and 8 inches, and it weighs 18.3 pounds. Clauncher's enormous claw can also crack boulders when Pokemon is at close range. Use the claw to crush opponents with the water-type move Crab Hammer. This powerful move also more likely to land critical hits. Now it's a Skrelp. Disgusted by its shape, Skrelp pretends to be a piece of seaweed. When prey gets too close, Skrelp bathes it in poison to keep it from struggling. It's known as the Mach Kelp Pokemon. It's a poison and water type Pokemon. Its height is 1 foot 8 inches and it weighs 16.1 pounds. Skrelp can learn Sludge Bomb, which may leave the opposing Pokemon poisoned. A poisoned Pokemon keeps taking damage until the end of the battle, or until you heal it with an antidote or full healer, or full restore, I guess. Now it's a Helioptile. Helioptile charges itself by bathing in the light of the sun, providing it with enough energy that it doesn't need to eat. It's known as the Generator Pokemon. It's an electric and normal type Pokemon. Its height is 1 or 8 inches, and it weighs 13.2 pounds. Helioptile can learn the new Parabolic Charge move, which heals the user for half the damage it deals to its enemies. Okay, now to our last Pokemon. Sylveon, the new evolution. Sylveon is a newly discovered evolution of Eevee. Experienced Pokemon trainers know that Eevee can evolve into 7 different types. Now, the new evolution with a different type has been revealed. Sylveon is one of the first Pokemon clearly identified as Fairy-type Pokemon. This means that Eevee can now evolve into 8 possible Pokemon with each with a different type. This is in different names. Its species is the intertwining Pokemon. It's a Fairy type. Its height is 3 feet 3 inches, and it weighs 51.8 pounds. Getting ready for epic battles between Fairy type Pokemon and Dragon type Pokemon. Take a look closely at the different Pokemon that can evolve from Eevee, including the newly discovered Sylveon. So there's Eevee, Jolteon, Vaporeon, Flareon, Umbreon, Leafeon, Sylveon, and Glaceon, and Espeon. I'm not sure if I said that already. Okay, Sylveon can learn Moonblast, a powerful Fairy type move that can also lower its target's special attack stat. Okay, so now we're done with all of the Pokemon. Now let's go to characters. Professor Sycamore. Characters. Humans and Pokemon peacefully coexist in the world of Pokemon. In addition to playing as a human hero, you'll meet many other folks. Some of them will help you on your ventures, while others may stand in your way. Professor Sycamore is the top Pokemon researcher in the Kalos region. He entrusts you and your friends with Pokemon and sends you out on your big adventure. Professor Sycamore will even challenge you to a battle from time to time. What kind of opponent will he be? Listen closely. Professor Sycamore knows a lot about Pokemon. You first meet the professor in Lumio City. Okay, then let's go Team Flare. It's the enemy team in this. A strange organization known as Team Flare has begun to make its presence known in the Kalos region. What could they be up to? You can easily recognize Team Flare members by their brilliant red suits. Hero and Heroine. Before your adventure begins, you will first select whether you want to play as a male or female hero. Your adventure will be largely the same no matter what your choice. This is how your appearance will be if you choose to play as a boy. Here's how is your look if you play as a girl. Notice the difference in the color of sunglasses. Black and black, and white and black. Choose your gender before you even take your. You'll choose your gender before you even take your first step. Choose the hero that best suits you and set off for your adventure. At certain points, you'll be able to get new outfits and accessories for your trainer. What attire will you choose for your trainer? You'll be able to see the clothing you choose as you explore the Kalos region. You can go back and change your outfit whenever you like. Okay, and so you get to choose your names at the beginning of the game. I assume, like in all Pokemon games, but the original generic names for them is Xavier and Yvonne. Yvonne is the girl and Xavier is the boy. So friends to the end. Early in your journey, you'll meet your 4 special friends whom you'll encounter frequently throughout your adventure. All 5 of your friends will be given Pokemon and Pokédexes for your travels around the Kalos region. Your initial meeting with your new friends, is a casual affair. Everyone will begin their adventure with one Pokemon of their choosing. The group will all head in the same direction through Saloon Forest. Okay, let's start with Shauna. Shauna is an energetic girl who is eager to discover her own dreams, but she is also genuinely curious about her friends' progress in their travels. Shauna is very outgoing and friendly, as you'll learn early on. Shauna will push you to decide on a nickname before the group parts. Tierno is a burly and nimble, and his goal is to create a dance team with his Pokemon. He pays close attention to Pokemon when they battle to see if he can incorporate their actions into dance moves. Tierno is a kind boy who welcomes you easily into the group. He'll tell you all about his ideas for a dance move, and he'll show you a couple of moves of his own. Trevor's goal is to be the first of the group to complete his Pokédex. He is a great student, bursting with curiosity, but he admits that he has much to learn to become a great trainer. Trevor will begin his adventure at the same time as you, but you can't help but to be impressed by Trevor's curiosity. Then Serena or Callum. Your next door neighbor in Vanville will set out on the journey just like everyone else, with the goal to becoming a powerful Pokemon trainer. If your character is a boy, your neighbor will be Serena. If he plays a girl, Callum will be your neighbor. Your neighbor will be curious to see what Pokemon you first choose. Be ready to battle when your neighbor challenges you. Then finally, gym leaders. The gym leaders of Kalos region will provide you with some of the most challenging battles of your adventure. Viola is the gym leader of the Saloon City, but battling isn't her only talent. She's also a professional Pokemon photographer. The experience of Viola will be happy to teach you what she knows about battling and photography. Gym Leader Grant. Gym Leader Grant excels at bike racing, mountain climbing, and all sorts of sports. You'll be facing a trainer with a strong heart when you challenge Grant. Gym Leader Claymont. Claymont is a young gym leader who loves science, especially inventing new devices. He's not interested only in strength, but he enjoys all the time he spends with his Pokemon too. You'll also meet Claymont's little sister, Bonnie, who is his unwavering companion. And then finally, gym leader Corina. Meet Corina, a new gym leader who's just been revealed. Corina seeks to draw out her Pokemon's strength to reach still greater heights. In addition to being a gym leader, she's great on roller skates. Corina is Karina's gym is in Salur City, a seaside location known for its amazing views. When you reach Salur City, look for a building called the Tower of Mastery. The Tower of Mastery seems to have some connection to Mega Evolution. Karina is the gym leader of this city, also seems to know the secrets regarding Mega Evolution. Okay, finish all of those. Now I'm going to go to PGL first, or Pokemon Global Rank, and then I'll go back to what's new. The all-new Pokemon Global Link has been completely redesigned with the launch of Pokemon X and Y. The current Global Link will be closed for maintenance on October 1st and will reopen with the release of the new games on October 12th. And this is what it should look like. Okay, recording your milestones. By using GameSync with the Pokemon Global Link, records of your adventure so far will be displayed in a timeline. Adjust your privacy settings to decide whether to show your timeline to others or even share your progress on social networking sites. If other trainers choose to make their information public, you'll be able to check out what they've done. See how far other trainers from around the world have gotten. You may even be able to help each other out with hints and advice. Okay, now finally, what's new? What's new? Pokemon X and Y introduced all new features to the legacy of Pokemon games. See what your amazing new adventure has in store. In Pokemon series set. In the Pokemon series up until now, there's been a limit on how many times each Pokemon could evolve, and this has to do with Mega Evolution. However, Mega Evolution is a different kind of evolution, one that surpasses the limit. Mega Evolution is described as an evolution beyond evolution, of transforming found only in the Kalos region. It has also been called the greatest mystery of Pokemon. In addition to far greater strength, Mega Pokemon may also see their ability change or even their type. Check out some of the new Mega Pokemon that await you in your adventure. I mentioned Mega Kangaskhan today, but if you want, you should check out my previous video to learn about some other Mega Pokemon. Mega Stones. The new Mega Evolution is not possible for all Pokemon. Only certain Pokemon under certain conditions can achieve Mega Evolution. One of those conditions is a special item called a Mega Stone. These special stones exist in every Pokemon that can Mega Evolve, and each is named for the Pokemon which grants it power. To use a Mega Stone, give it to your Pokemon to hold. The Pokemon capable of Mega Evolving will gain access to their potential only if they are carrying Mega Stones into battle. Other things are needed for Mega Evolution to be a success, and those secrets will be explained later. Some of the many Mega Stones seem to be hidden in secret places in the Kalos region. Finding every one of those secrets. Every one of them will be one of the challenges awaiting you in Pokemon X and Pokemon Y. A Mega Stone called Lucario Knight exists that can help Lucario Mega Evolve. Lucario will need to hold this Mega Stone to become a Mega Lucario, and for Mega Blaziken to become Mega Blaziken, you have to get a Mega Stone called Blaziken Knight, which is only available for the Torchic I mentioned yesterday. That's an event from October 12th to January 15th that is holding the Mega Stone Blaziken Knight. So, now Super Training. Pokemon gains experience and grows stronger by battling with other Pokemon. In Pokemon X and Y, that's not the only way to help your Pokemon grow, check out a brand new method of Pokemon training, Super Training. Super Training can be played on the touchscreen of your Nintendo 3DS system whenever you are not in battle or viewing an event. You can also select PPS or Pokemon Ami on the touchscreen to train your Pokemon via Super Training anywhere, anytime. And that's basically the same thing I said. This one's Pokemon Ami and the other one was PPS. Super Training Regiments. In Super Training Regiments, one part of Super Training, your Pokemon will train themselves. Your Pokemon will face huge Pokemon-shaped balloons with each side trying to shoot balls into the other's goal. Use the functions of your 3DS system to dive into the 3DS visuals and enjoy this cool and useful feature. Use the circle pad and touchscreen to let loose well-planned shots at your opponent. Okay, core training. For a more casual way to help your Pokemon grow, use training bags for easy boosts to your Pokemon's growth with core training. You'll earn training bags when you complete Super Training regiments. Okay, Super Training base stats. With Super Training, it's not your Pokemon's level that goes up, but its base stats. The underlying values that define your Pokemon skills in battle. As these base stats increase, your Pokemon can learn its attack. Can increase its HP, attack, and other stats that beyond those of another Pokemon of the same species at the same level. These base stats could be increased using items or other methods in previous Pokemon titles, but in Pokemon XY, you'll be able to raise them far more easily than ever before thanks to Super Training. This will lay the groundwork for more Pokemon trainers to aim for the very top, like the Pokemon World Championships. Yay! The 6-point rater chart appears on the main Super Training screen. Check it to quickly and easily see how your Pokemon has grown. The Effectometer. Understanding your Pokemon stats at a glance with the effort-o-meter. Check a Pokemon's effort meter graph on the Super Training main screen to get a quick look at and easy look how your Pokemon has grown. Each Pokemon has some stats more easily. Each Pokemon has some stats that will grow more easily than others. Some stats that will take more work to raise. The inside green part over here of the effort meter graph shows the stat levels relevant to Pokemon's species. The outside yellow part, or the light green part of the graph, shows the base stats increase that your Pokemon has achieved through Super Training. There is a limit to how much any Pokemon can increase its base stats through training. The meter on the right side of the screen illustrates the limit. So this thing I assume right here. So each stat, such as HP and attack, has its own effect on battle, as is described below. HP. This is your Pokemon's health. If your Pokemon's HP falls to 0, it will faint. Attack. This is your Pokemon. This stat affects how much damage a Pokemon deals to opponents using physical moves. Defense. This stat affects how much damage a Pokemon takes from opponent's physical moves. A special attack. This stat affects how much damage a Pokemon can deal to opponents using special moves. Social defense. This stat affects how much damage a Pokemon takes from an opponent's special moves. Speed. This stat affects which Pokemon gets to act first in battle. it will be important for you to accurately understand your Pokemon strengths and raise those stats to the max. Okay, let's see. Next, connect across the world with PPS. Connect across the world with PPS. Connect and play with other trainers at any time with the new player search system, or PPS. Connect, which allows you to find people playing Pokemon X and Y. You'll connect to other players nearby or around the world through the internet. You can even communicate with players you've never had any contact with before. All you need to do is communicate with other players on the PPS is tap their icons. Then you can easily choose to trade or battle them. That's not all PPS can do. As you look forward to more info on this exciting feature in the future. You're always connected to the world with PPS. You can connect not only to players nearby, but also players all around the world. Using PPS can do a variety of things, starting with trading and battling, but as you will see, there's much more PPS can do. Holocaster. Use the Holocaster to get messages from people far away, such as your 4 friends or the professor. Street Pass on your Holocaster. You can also get reports from people by using Street Pass on your Holocaster. You plus receive news bulletins about Pokemon X and Y, such as upcoming information on upcoming competitions. You can get the most up-to-date information using Street Pass or internet connection. Whenever when you aren't playing the game or when you have your system in sleep mode. Battle Spot. With Battle Spot, you can use your internet connection to battle with players from around the world. Compete in casual free battles for everyday challenges, or take tougher rating battles to see how you rank against others against the competition. Global Trade Station. Trade Pokemon with other trainers around the world using the Global Trade Station. Decide which Pokemon you want to offer in trade and what kind of Pokemon you want to receive in return. If a matching partner can be found anywhere in the world, your trade will be completed. Previously, you could trade via GTS only if you already registered in the Pokédex by seeing or catching them. For the first time in the main series of Pokemon X and Pokemon Y, you are allowed to receive Pokemon not yet registered in your Pokédex via GTS trade. Ooh, that's cool. I didn't even notice that before. I didn't read this all. First, identify Pokemon you want to receive via trade. Even if it's not registered in your Pokédex, you can identify any Pokemon by entering its name. If a suitable trade partner is found, your trade will happen. Wonder Trade. Wonder Trade is a new form of Pokemon trading where you pick a Pokemon to offer, and it will be instantly traded for another Pokemon offered by someone else around the world. The thrill of Wonder Trade is that you won't have any idea which Pokemon you'll get until it appears. Who knows? You might even find yourself getting a rare Pokemon that you never expected. O-Powers. I'm just going to go through here. I don't think there's any words on the bottom. Okay, so you saw all that. O-Powers are special powers that help you progress through your adventure. These O-Powers may come in many forms. Some powers may temporarily increase your stats, while others may make it easier to catch wild Pokemon. Still, others may increase the experience points or prize money you'll get from battle. Offer old powers to others. The usual effects of your old powers are not just for you. You can also offer them to other trainers around around you, so they can benefit from them too. If a nearby player uses an old power, it will be displayed through the PPS, and you'll be able to use that old power for yourself. The icons of players using old powers will glow on the PPS screen. Tap the player's icon and you'll be able to use his or her old powers as your own. Share old powers with friends. You can also specifically choose another trainer and choose which old power to give him or her to use. Now you can work together with players from anywhere to help succeed in your adventures. Shoutouts. The shoutout function lets you share your feelings with and accomplishments with other players. Your shoutout will be displayed to the other players who are nearby or connected to the internet. Write a message, and players you're connected to will see your shoutout displayed on the PPS. This is getting long. It may even take me over an hour to finish. Photo spots. You'll see all kinds of beautiful scenery and locations during your adventures in Pokemon X and Pokemon Y. Take the beautiful photos of these fantastic views. And just like a real camera, you'll be able to adjust the aperture, shutter speed, and brightness, and other functions to dial in the perfect shot. Once you've taken some photos, you can use them to liven up your homepage on Pokemon Global Link. Share your favorite photos with players around the world. Tilt your 3DS system. The camera angle in your game will change. Set the focus you want, whether it's a close-up or targeting objects far away. Zoom out to show the entire scene, or zoom in for a nice portrait. It's up to you what kind of unique shots you want to take. Okay, the all-new fairy type. When the very first Pokemon games launched, there were 15 types. Then Dark and Steel made their debut with the arrival of Pokemon Gold and Silver versions. Now, more than 10 years later, a new chapter of Pokemon battling history is about to unfold with the fairy type. You've already met the first fairy type, Sylveon. There are also Pokemon from previous Pokemon games that will be reclassified as fairy types. They may look like the same, but the strategies you'll choose and the way you'll use these Pokemon in battle will be very unlike ever before. Gardevoir is now a Psychic and Fairy type. Mail is now a Water and Fairy type. And Jigglypuff is now a Normal and Fairy type, other than Sylveon. Fairy type matchups. How fairy type Pokemon and moves will fit into battle landscape has yet to be fully revealed, but it is known that fairy type moves are super effective against dragon type Pokemon. Until Pokemon X and Y, dragon type only had two weaknesses: ice type moves and dragon type moves. The fairy type challenges the battle in a big way. Fairy type attacks will be super effective against dragon type Pokemon such as Hexorus. Even powerful Pokemon such as Salamence will have to be wary of fairy type attacks. Okay, let's see. The new ways to battle. Get ready for two battles formats in Pokemon X and Y that will will give you challenges unlike ever before. Help your Pokemon grow even stronger by mastering these sophisticated formats. Horde battles. Until now, the number of Pokemon on each side of the battle has been even, but now you can test your mettle in horde battle encounters, where one of your Pokemon must take on multiple foes at once. This is a great chance to help your Pokemon grow, but if you don't have any moves that can attack multiple targets at once, you may be in for a rough time. And the max number of horde battles that we've seen so far is 5 against 1. So, and according to this image right here, pretty much all of them that we've seen is like in this one with Axew, where they're all Axews. But the one we've seen like this, there's 4 Tauros and a Milk Tank, so maybe they're all of like the same kind of Pokemon, but I'm not really sure, because some looks like they don't have to be all the same Pokemon. And here's like horde of Houndour. Yep. And then Sky Battles. Get ready for an aerial battles between Pokemon. In Sky Battles, only Pokemon that can fly are eligible. Seek out opposing trainers standing high on cliffs or in the distant and other distant places. Be prepared. These battles can be tough. Distant trainers will challenge you by exhilarating sky battles. Only Pokemon that can fly are able to compete in these battles. Prepare to attack with your most powerful moves. So basically, Pokemon that have the flying type can do it, or like ghost type Pokemon, or Pokemon that has not just ghost type Pokemon, but Pokemon that has the ability to levitate, which is mostly ghost, but I'm not sure if it's any other Pokemon. So, like I said, it's the ability to levitate, or is a flying type Pokemon. Okay, all new play with Pokemon to me. Show your Pokemon some love with the new Pokemon Me feature. Play with your Pokemon, give them treats, and even scratch and pet them using your Nintendo 3DS or Nintendo 3DS XL system touchscreen. You can use Pokemon Me at any time to play with your Pokemon that are in your team. You'll need to play with them over and over to learn their preferred way of being cared for. Treat them well and to make them feel loved. Treat them badly and they may show their displeasure. For the more you play with your Pokemon, the friendlier they become. As Pokemon become more friendlier, it may perform better in battle by avoiding opponents' attacks, landing critical hits, and more. You can even pet enormous Pokemon like Snorlax. Large Pokemon can take up both screens of your 3DS system. Pet Pikachu in just the right way to make it happy. Pokemon may attempt to mimic your movements. Tilt your head to see the Pokemon react. If you get a bad reaction, you may want to change your approach. There are many ways to interact with your Pokemon. You can even give them a high five. Sylveon loves treats. Sylveon must have liked that treat. Pokemon you've played with may turn to you in battle and wait for your orders. How will Pokemon Me affect your Pokemon's performance? Even fierce-looking Pokemon will loosen up a bit with the right treatment. Even fierce-looking Pokemon will loosen up with the right treatment. I said that twice. So that's it for today's episode. If you like my videos, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.